Hey everyone. So, just a quick update. We um, moved in 2 weeks ago with some other friends just due to some reasons. And then we um, got a townhouse, and yeah, so we have our own place now, thankfully. So, my hair is a little bit shorter now, so that's just due to it being summertime, and I hate having long hair in the summer, so whatever. Um, unless I'm trying to grow it out. So that's not what I'm trying to do here today. So this is my labor story with my son because it is June 16th today. My son was born June 17th, 2008, and it's hard to believe that 13 years ago I was pregnant waiting for him. So let's just start from the beginning. I found out I was pregnant I found out I was pregnant in October of 2007. I did not know how far along I was until I didn't find out until November 2nd. Sorry, it's been a really long day. Okay, I'm hearing some clicking. Not sure if it's downstairs or upstairs. Okay, so anyways, Dante was born June 17th. Like I said, he was due June 13th. And it was a fairly easy pregnancy with Dante. Like, my cravings were chicken, not so much chocolate, but like popcorn. And there was one other thing, coleslaw. I absolutely hated coleslaw. I still hate it, but while pregnant with Dante, my son, I was craving it. So that's one thing we had to have. So let's get to the labor part. So on Monday, the 16th, my friends were kind of concerned because I was already 3 days overdue, and I was like, well, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And I had been having Braxton Hicks contractions, and I was already like 1.5 centimeters dilated, but nothing, like I had been like that for a month. So my doctor said she would induce me if he hadn't shown up in a week. And I was telling my friends this and whatever. So, and this was because I had my checkup the day that he was due. So think about that. And then, so no baby, third day overdue. So on the 16th, like I said, I was telling my friends, like, what do I do? Blah, blah, blah. And this one girl that I hung out with, she said, just do housework. Okay. And plus I had been walking all day. So I went out with her to the mall. We walked there, I walked back, and then, I was feeling really tired, and I just thought, okay, pregnancy, blah, 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 whatever. And then I went to bed. Phil followed shortly after. And about 4 a.m, I wake up, go to the bathroom, nothing happened. And then, I go back to bed, wake up an hour later at 5, go to the bathroom again, still no water breaking or whatever. And I go lay down on the bed, and then I felt like this little, like I felt a contraction, and so I'm like, okay, what the hell? And I thought it was Braxton Hicks again, and then I started noticing, okay, these are like period cramps, but a lot worse. And then I start timing them, and they were happening every 5 minutes. So I woke up Phil, and Phil, we were dawdling a bit. Like, okay, we weren't dawdling a bit, we dawdled a lot. So we had this friend, and his mom lived upstairs from us, and he went and grabbed her, told her what was going on. She's like, okay, you guys need to get to the hospital now. So because we didn't have a vehicle, I'm like, okay, it's fine. Like, I'll just try and walk to the hospital. It's not that far. Okay, bullshit. It's like, for me, it was like a 20-minute walk. 30-minute walk, okay? we didn't live very far from the police station at that time. And normally it's like a 5-minute walk from our place to the police station. Took me 15 minutes to get there. So we walk into the police station, and I say, I'm in labor. I'm this far along. I'm like, I'm 4 days overdue. So immediately, and thank God, there was a lady police officer at the desk. So she says, okay, she calls the ambulance. We go to the Royal Alec in Edmonton, which is where Dante was born. And I kid you not, as we were entering the area, we hit like these 2 speed bumps, and these 2 speed bumps made me have 2 contractions in a row. We get upstairs, they time everything. They're like, okay, yeah, you're in labor. And then I get admitted, and then after that, they're like, did your water break? I said no. And so they pop the water thing, I forget the name of it, and it just felt like a balloon popping inside me. And yeah, so then the contractions got worse after that. So I'm like, okay, give me an epidural. They said, no, we're gonna give you laughing gas or whatever it's called first. And I ripped the mask off. I'm like, no, give me the epidural. They gave me the epidural, and after the epidural, I didn't feel anything. And then at about noon, the contractions completely stopped. So I was able to get a bit of sleep, and then I woke up again at about 3, I think. And I was up and I'm like, okay, where are the contractions? Blah, blah, blah. And then the doctor comes in, he's checking me and whatever. And Phil's on the phone with everybody, like saying, like, yeah, I can't, you know, like he was a volunteer at the mustard seed at the time. And he was like, well, I can't come in because Meg's in labor, blah, blah, blah. So they were all excited. And then I said to Phil around supper time, like, and the doctor is like, what's going on? Like, why? They're like, well, if the contractions don't start again, we're going to have to give you a C-section. I'm like, okay. And then at around 7:45, the doctor said to Phil, like, look, if these contractions don't start anytime soon, we have to give her an emergency C-section. And no sooner did he say that, he was, I'm like, well, I'm feeling something. And they're like, well, okay, maybe that's contraction. So they look at the monitor and they had started up again. Also, I think our friend Joe was there. I can't remember. I really can't remember. I'd have to ask her or Phil. But anyways, I started pushing. I was pushing for like, I think almost half an hour, and Dante was born at 8:17 p.m. And it was like this out at 8:17 p.m. Like that dark at 8:17 in Edmonton. So anyways, that's the only time I saw Phil actually cry and whatever. I looked at Phil as I'm holding Dante after they cleaned him up and the umbilical cord was cut. And I'm like, well, maybe you should call the seed, let them know. And let them know that Dante was born. And he's like, okay. And he heard them say that Dante, or that one of the volunteers' wife just had the baby, and everyone knew that I was pregnant. And so the friend that I was hanging out with the day before, she ran over with a couple of her friends, like 4 of their friends. And then, the next 2 days, I had like so many people come visit me. And then I'll save Ava's story for, her birthday. But yeah, so tomorrow is Dante's birthday, and we have a few people coming over to come see the new place and to drop some things off. And my sister-in-law, she's dropping off Dante's birthday cake because I can't go pick it up because the friend that we were staying with 2 doors down, excuse me, their car is kind of in right now. But yeah, Dante was a fairly quiet kid, but once he learned how to talk, he hasn't shut up. So yeah, that's my birth story, and with Dante. And Ava's is a pretty easy story. So, the only thing that happened with Dante that happened like, he was perfectly fine. I'll let you know that. When he came out, it was just me because he was a little over 8 pounds. So that kind of scared me, and he ripped me a little down there, and yeah, so, but yeah, that's, like I said, my birth story, and I'm gonna go to bed now. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment, you know, tell me how I'm doing. I will do a house tour, but that'll be after we get everything situated. So have a good night, everybody. Bye.